let's go ahead and let's take a moment here. One of the things that's really going to cause struggles for us is if we too quickly start adding detail here without thinking about quads versus triangles. If we just start adding detail where we think we need it so that we can flesh this face out better, we're actually going to shoot ourselves in the foot because we're going to start creating situations where we have quads and triangles in the same model, and we don't want that. Already, looking at this, we have triangles going on, okay? How do I check for that? Let's go to Pick Marquee Tool. I'll hit W, and we'll go to Edge Mode here. 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Good. That's a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4 edges, a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the picture. Well, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have a quad there. It just doesn't look like it. So we're good on quads. We need to stay that way. If I start adding detail willy-nilly with something like Mesh Tools and Multi-Cut Tool, I can really quickly add detail like that. And it would look, it seems like the right thing to do. I go ahead and move those out. I've got quads here, but I created a triangle there. Look, just by adding a little detail without thinking through the process first. Super important to think through the process. Right now, let's go in here. This may seem tedious, but I promise it's important. Mesh Tools and Insert Edge Loop. If I insert an edge loop, I get a round edge loop around this. That's good. I want that. That looks really good because I've kept quads going. It's hard to tell right here, but I promise. But I'm telling you, I've created a situation where quads can keep happening. But if I go to Mesh Tools and Multi-Cut like this and just start adding this, now watch what happens when I go to Multi-Cut Tool, or now watch what happens when I go to Insert Edge Loop. All of a sudden I've broken my edge loops. Okay? That's not what I want. I want to make sure I'm in a situation where I can continually use these edge loops. Okay? That seems tedious and it seems boring, but I promise it's important. So when we add detail, we need to be cognizant of the fact that we could be breaking our add edge loop situation, and it's not going to be a good situation for us. All right. So I'm going to add detail here. I'm going to go ahead to Edit Mesh or Mesh Tools. I'm going to go to Mesh Tools. I'll just leave this open, and I'll go Insert Edge Loop right here. I'm just going to add one. I only want to add one. Add detail. Tweak the components, hit W, tweak components. I'm going to move some points around here. And let me go ahead to point mode. I just want to make this detail before I move on and add more detail later. All right? So if I move these points around here, I'm going to save myself a lot of time and struggle. All right? And for that, I'll go ahead and use Pick Marquee and move that down. All right. I don't want to just add points here and create triangles. That's not going to be good. What I can do is if I go over here to Quad Draw, this is a super awesome tool. If I just click here, add a point, and click here and add a point, you can kind of see them. And I hold Shift key, I can go ahead and add another quad there for that extra bit of detail. And this add quad tool is super useful. Boom, boom, right click, add detail like that. And I can use this to flesh out the volume of our character. So I'm going to undo those last two right there. We'll add detail here in a bit. We just want to make sure that we don't add detail in such a way as to create triangle situation. Okay, so in the next tutorial, we're going to add a little more detail and we're going to finish this eye up. And we'll just continue until we get this thing working.